We begin tonight with the police releasing over 13 hours of video footage taken by a robot inside the Pike River drift in March 2011. It's been a long time coming, requested repeatedly by family members, including under the Official Information Act. Its official release comes just days after it was obtained by the media, who'd already made some of it public. This week there's been a sharp divide between families and police and the government over who had previously seen what. We hear from the police next. Now, much of the footage is grainy, black and white and repetitive, but some of it is in colour, and a very small amount of it shows something the families swear they have never seen before and say they should have. At 3:24 p.m. on the 13th of March 2011, a man walked along the drift at Pike. We've slowed the footage. He's wearing breathing apparatus, gumboots, overalls, and his hands are bare. When he disappears from shot, a cable he's been holding swings back and forth. The scene is spotlit, but the light reaches only so far. It's in colour, it's a striking and utterly distinctive shot, and the families are adamant they have never seen it before. Carol Rose, who took the minutes at the family meetings. Have you seen this footage before?
No, John, never seen that. Now, the government is saying that they've shown excerpts, and then now I hear that they've released notes on their meetings, of those meetings in Christchurch and Greymouth in July of 2011, and that possibly is the case, that they definitely did show us some footage. But, John, it was always black and white, grainy. It was terrible footage. We've never seen this colour footage and footage this clear. We've never seen footage like this anywhere that's been that clear.
And men up the drift.
And men up the drift. I mean, that was huge. We had no idea there'd been men in the drift, other than Mines Rescue when they went in to put the seal in at 170 metres. We knew that they'd done that. But we didn't know that there had been men in the drift that early in the piece.
You took minutes of these meetings, didn't you?
I did. My job was to record what was happening.
So if this footage had been played at a meeting, you would have been there, right?
Absolutely, I was there. Yes, I was at that meeting. Steve and I didn't miss any meetings where they showed any footage or images. In fact, in those early days, we didn't miss any meetings.
I remember visiting you. What was it called? What was it called? Wild Flame, your business?
No, West Flame. Yeah, I remember coming back from town and you were parked outside the gate. Yeah, that's right.
And you didn't want to talk to me, but you and Steve were unbelievably kind. And the reason you didn't want to talk to me was because you had faith in the process. You trusted.
We did.
You trusted that people would do right by you and right by Stuart and your boys.
That's right.
How do you feel 6.5 years on?
Oh, well, look, it's frustrating. You know, I don't think anything could surprise us now, although this has, well, I don't know that this has surprised us, really. Anything we've had, any footage or images that we've seen have always been leaked to us. We've never had anything that's been willingly given to us that's been of any use to us at all. But, you know, I really don't know what the problem is here, because the footage that's been leaked to us shows that the drift has retained its integrity, that it's still structurally sound. And that supports the original plan to recover the drift, of course, which was to explore 400 to 500 metres, put a seal in, then do another 400 to 500 metres and repeat the process all the way up.
And in fact, that was a Pike plan early on, wasn't it? Pike itself was talking about doing that.
Really, really early on. And then when the receivers took over and they put Steve Ellis in charge of the mine, now he was a guy that failed his mine manager's licence 3 times in Australia, came to New Zealand, and Doug White, who was the mine manager at Pike River and was his mate, passed his test. He passed it for him because Doug White had the power to do that. So he decided that the staged re-entry was going to be no good. No, we can do it much quicker than that, he said. We can just do a straight walk-up. And, of course, that's when the problems really began, when they got away from that staged re-entry. And, you know, I'm going to use the government's words here. The staged re-entry, it's safe, it's credible, and it's financially feasible. So,
when did the government say that? You kept the minutes. When did the government say that?
They've said that all the way along. They've always said that if we could come up with a plan that was safe, credible, and financially feasible, and that's an accepted worldwide practice in mine recovery. And we've got the world experts in this field, and they're willing, able, and ready to do the job. So what's the hold-up? What's in that mine that they don't want us to see?
You've been saying this for years now, haven't you? Years, literally years.
Broken record, really, isn't it?
And there is a sense, I think sometimes people hear Pike families speaking and thinking, oh, here they go again. Why hasn't it happened? Have you been strung along?
Oh, no question. Absolutely no question. We really want to get to justice. And the government continues to tell us that it's not safe to re-enter the drift. But the footage clearly shows that it is safe to re-enter, and that footage shows that they've already done it. It's just, from where the robot got to about 1,500 metres. It's just another 400 metres, just 400 metres from where the robot ended to the electrical switchgear, which is what the experts think will show what caused the explosion. So what's that all about?
What is it all about?
What is it all about? The whole thing, to me, it raises so many issues. For example, if they withheld that from the Royal Commission, then what else did they withhold?
They say they didn't withhold it.
They withheld that part of it. I mean, the commissioners and the QCs that were involved in the Royal Commission have all come out and said they have not seen that footage. You know, the Royal Commission underway, the police, I'm going to use Winston Peters' words here because I loved it when he said it the other day. The police were donkey deep in an investigation, a criminal investigation. And why didn't they go in and get the evidence that they needed? They had that footage there from the robot which showed that it was safe to go into the mine. Sure, it was safe to go in a nitrogen-filled part of the mine, and that's how they got the seal at 170 done. And that's what the staged re-entry is all about. Go in another 400 to 500 metres.
Do another seal.
Fill it with nitrogen, put another seal in.
Go further, fill it with nitrogen, put another seal in. Yeah.
Before you know it, you're at the end of the drift.
I'm just about to talk to the police about why the footage has come out. It came out last night, we're seeing it today. What's going on here? What would you like to say to them if you were able to talk to them?
Look, if I was able to talk to them, I'd say all we're asking you for is the information that you've got, that you've based your decision on, the decision to say that entering the mine is unsafe. If it is unsafe, then show us what you've got, because everything that we've seen and been told to date supports a safe re-entry.
Carol Rose, who took the minutes at the Pike River family meetings and whose son Stuart Mudge was killed in the mine.